Hello, and welcome to this session on common phrasal verbs for speaking. I'm Dr. Priscilla, and I'm a native English speaker, and I live in the United States. In this session, you will learn a lot about phrasal verbs. You will learn that phrasal verbs are everywhere. It is possible to learn about them and recognize them in speaking, listening to podcasts, news stories, or anything else that you hear. Everyday communication is usually informal, and that's why native English speakers use a lot of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are not bad words, and they don't ruin the language of English as long as you can switch between formal and informal styles easily. If you start speaking using long words in everyday context, this would be unnatural because you probably know native speakers use a lot of empty verbs like get, like go, yeah. There are a lot of set phrases and native English speakers who also use a lot of phrasal verbs. Let's look at our first example. To work something out. We can say to work out something. Or we can say to work something out, which means to find a solution. Examples: don't worry about this problem. We will work something out, which means we will find some solution. I can't work out what to do. An international peace plan has been worked out. Pause the video and write out an example sentence using to work something out. To point out. It means to show you. Examples: I'd like to point out the main things you need to remember. He pointed out the best beaches on the map. In my next video, I will be pointing out the main mistakes non-native English speakers make in emails. Pause the video and write your own sentence using to point out. To bring up. This verb means to start talking about some topic. Examples: well, she just got divorced. Don't bring up her husband in the conversation. This is the same as saying don't mention him. Don't talk about him. Why did you bring it up? Is the same as why did you start speaking about that? Don't bring up politics in our conversation. If you don't know this phrasal verb, it will be quite a long phrase. In speaking, we try to express a complex idea in a very short phrase. Pause the video, write your own sentence using to bring up. To go on, to carry on. Now we have two similar verbs meaning to continue. You can say either to go on or to carry on, plus the verbing form of the verb. Examples: let's carry on talking about phrasal verbs. Carry on, you're doing fine. Carry on teaching us. Don't stop. Pause the video and write your own sentence using the phrase to go on or to carry on. To come across. This next one is very unpopular with non-native speakers, but native speakers of English use it very much. To come across means to find something by chance. Examples. Did you come across any interesting books lately? Is the same as, did you find any interesting books? I came across a word I'd never seen before. Well, who knows what we will come across equals, who knows what we will find? Pause the video and write your own sentence using to come across. To make up. There are so many combinations with make in English. What can make up mean? It can mean at least 3 different things. Its first meaning is to create, to make up a story. Examples. 1. Let's make up some topic for our party. 2. Stop making up excuses. 3. It's not true. I just made it up. It can also be a noun meaning the cosmetics. It is what I'm trying to wear on my face in this weather. You can say to put on makeup, to wear makeup, to remove makeup, etc. More examples. I am wearing makeup at this moment. To make up means to become friends again after the fight. When you have a fight, it is to fall out. But when you stop having troubles in relationship, it's to make up. Examples. We fell out a week ago, but we have already made up, which is we are friends again. They argue a lot, but they always kiss and make up. Pause the video and write your own sentences using the phrase to make up. To make out. One of the meanings of this extra popular phrasal verb is to understand from listening or to see in the dark, to be able to understand and see. Examples. What did you say? I couldn't make it out. She can't make out what he is saying. I am not sure it was him. It was difficult to make him out. There is no word for it in English. You can only express this idea with the help of this phrasal verb. Pause the video and write your own sentence using to make out. To fill in, to fill out. There are 2 different versions of the phrasal verb meaning to complete. In British English, we will say to fill in. Please fill in this form. Can you fill in this form? In American English, we will say to fill out. Can you fill out this form? I need to go and fill out my visa application. Pause the video and write your own sentence. To give up. To give up means to stop, but it's more emotional. You give up when you stop trying. Examples. I've given up learning German. Don't give up trying to make money online. One day it will work. I didn't know you gave up yoga. So please don't give up learning English. Pause the video and write your sentence using the phrase to give up. Thank you for participating. I'm sure you will do well. Listen and practice again and again until you feel successful. I'm Dr. Priscilla, a native English speaker, and I live in the United States.